So please place your hand on and place your oath towards the court, please.
Promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Mrs. Idle, may be seated.
Zyla, your name, occupation and residence, please.
Mr. Torres Idle, certified valuer, 7 Sutton Road.
Again, let's hop right into it. Could you please explain to me the discounted cash flow and the key concepts?
Discounted cash flow pretty much has a look at an investment and calculates the value of the future income streams from that investment.
And the discounted rate, could you possibly provide us with an explanation of that?
Discount rate pretty much takes the effective time into the calculation of the valuation of the asset. It's a amalgam of the time preference, interest rates, inflation, risk, opportunity costs, things like that.
Excellent. Just to put the pieces of the puzzle together, could you describe to the court what capitalisation is, please?
Capitalisation is a process of converting revenue to value. The capitalisation rate is a reflection of the risk associated with a specific asset being assessed.
And how would you calculate this capitalisation?
Pretty much you have a net income from the asset, you have a capitalisation rate or a yield, and the values are calculated by dividing the net income by the capitalisation rate.
Mr. Zyla, would you be so kind as to run through the discounted cash flow of my client and his case?
So Paul would just like to look onto this wall. It's quite simple. Again, we looked at before and after. Before being where we are at the moment, valuation stage 1. That's valued before the stage 2 was even planned. So we have a look at it. Agreed facts. $150,000 was the initial net income. 3% rent increase each year. Where we're at the moment is year 2003, the 8th year of the lease. Net income has grown to $184,481, etc. Remaining 3 years of the lease, what the projected income is going to be based on the agreed facts. Year 11 is the reversionary period. Theoretically, the property's sold on that date, and with the capitalisation rate, as we've discussed, it's being sold. Final line, the total line, still looking at stage 1, total income, the value of the land, it's taken in the effective time and it's been brought back to a present value, and it's valued at $1,669,325. Valuation of stage 2. Difference here is first that stage 2 has been built. The details are shown in the agreed facts that have been submitted to the court. So income's been doubled by the doubling of the area. Year 11, the option's being exercised. Again, right through the 12. Yeah, and just again the same present value of those income flows to arrive at a present value for what stage 2 would have been worth to Jones providing.
Thank you for pointing that out so clearly, Mr. Zyla. Now, move on to the next step of this case. I need you for the court to describe what a lease is.
A lease is an agreement in a proper form by which the exclusive possession of land is vested in a lessee by the lessor for a certain amount of time. That's a lease.
In that case, you mentioned a second lease of a 10-year option, and you chose to include that in your calculations. Why?
exercising the option, I agree, is a very debatable issue. But by my opinion, there's beyond reasonable doubt that it was going to go ahead. Whether there is a probability of the lease being renewed, or whether that is a factor to be taken into account, obviously does influence the value of the property. But in my expert opinion, as was stated in the facts of the case, contemporary with the agreement, the leasee will exercise the 10-year option. The relevant fact, or the evidence that the stage 2 was well underway being built, is the fact that they'd already outlaid a cost of $10,000 incurred in preparation on building plans.
Thank you, Mr. Seidel. In preparation for your cross-examination, could you please tell me how many toes you have on the left foot?
My expert opinion, 5.
Thank you. No further questions.
Mr. Seidel, in your calculations there, I noticed you deducted an amount of $1 million from your after valuation. Can you tell me what's involved in calculating that amount?
The $1 million.
Yes.
Obviously, the revenue you're going to earn from an investment initially involves an outlay, and that outlay specifically, the $1 million, is $100,000 for contamination for the building permits and so forth to go through, and the $900,000 is the estimated cost of the building of stage 2. So net present value.
So the building cost and the contamination are the only items that you deduct from your after valuation.
Correct.
You get another go at this, Mr. Lynch. If you'd like to cross-examine this witness, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Nolan. Thank you again for your time today. Now, you're aware of the compensation in question today. You're well aware of the facts of the case.
Yes, I am.
Okay, you've taken a systematic approach in conducting this valuation and followed standard procedures. Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
You've used the agreed facts in the case when considering your valuation. Is that correct?
I assume nothing, so yes.
Excellent. Okay, if I may, I'd like to use the DCF that we have here. Point out again, you can't quite see the whole thing, so. Okay, how do we go there? Fantastic. Alright, there we go. I might get someone actually, would you be able to work that for me? Apparently I'm incompetent counting, so I might be incompetent at using a overhead projector as well. But anyway, if that's the opinion of the other council, well, so be it. He's obviously a very learned person, and I take on his opinion very strongly. Now, can I just go through this with you, Mr. Zala? You said that you've used net income for the, or a DCF makes use of net income. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, excellent. You don't happen to know the net income